But then as you breathe out, that's like letting the whole body settle. Loose, so that the shoulders relax. It's a bit like the whole body is just hanging from the central axis of the spine. Notice any feelings of rest just doing this may create. Just this breathing out and relaxing. And also on the exhale, there may be a feeling of rest triggered as you're relaxing the diaphragm. Okay, so the idea of this meditation is to deliberately make things simple for a while. So choose a sensation in the body that you find restful. It might be the letting go feeling that happens when we exhale. Or it can be the feeling of after you stretch up, you kind of let go and the muscles settle. Or it might be a point in your body that for whatever reason you just like paying attention to, like the breath, or maybe a point at the heart or in the belly. And finally, it might be a blank area of the body, some place where you feel nothing. All these are good possibilities. So choose one now. And see if you can start to pay attention to it in a really relaxed way. The idea here is to really pour your attention into any restful or blank or still areas. Almost like you're melting into them. When your mind wanders, just bring it back. Not getting uptight about that. Good. So as you relax, your breath may start to slow down naturally. See how still you can get in your body. The stiller you are, the more you can move into these very subtle textures and spaces. This process is really delicate. Very delicately. See if you can move your attention into the softest, quietest part of a sensation or point in the body. It's like you're so still you don't create any interference. left. See if you can keep choosing the quietest, most tranquil part of your experience. And then zooming into the stillness. Is there anything that's not moving at all? Can you hold your breath for a second and then delicately move into that? Let go. Nice long exhale. And let yourself just drift. No longer trying to meditate at all. So the poet T.S. Eliot called this still point of the coming world. Deep into the present moment, the past and future are gathered. Even if we taste it just for a second, there can be something really relaxing and restorative here. Even after a simple meditation, I feel like I had a nap, except I was aware the whole time. And sometimes really interesting creative ideas can bubble up from this place as well. This place of being still and calm and resting. Okay, you can open your eyes. Tomorrow we'll explore how to find our still point in the middle of a hurricane. See you then.
Our still point in the middle of a hurricane. I like it. That kind of ties in with what we're going to do next, which is our journal write number, what are we on? 7, I think. Okay, let me share my screen. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. I am in Palm Desert, which is by Palm Springs, and it's really hot. It's like, how hot is it? It's, I don't know. It's going to be 99 today, 99 degrees. So right now, oh, it's already 99 and it's 12:18. Oh, wow. It's going to hit 100 at 1. So it's really hot here where I am. I'm going to be here for like 2 weeks. That's why Tim was subbing for me yesterday, because I was in New York and then I was flying all day yesterday. So that's where I've been. I'm hanging out with my cousin for my birthday. Since this is the last quarter of us doing online remote teaching, I thought I'd take advantage of it and get out of town. So that's where I am. All right, let's do.
Happy birthday.
Huh?
Happy birthday.
Who is that? Somebody. Okay, here we go. Journal write. Oh, no, this isn't the one we're doing. Journal write number 6, I guess. All right, here we go. Okay, journal write number 6. So here it is. So I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. And here's our quote for today. It says, "Good timber does not grow with ease. The stronger the wind, the stronger the trees," by J. Willard Marriott. So I'll say it one more time. Good timber does not grow with ease. The stronger the wind, the stronger the trees. And I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. I want you guys to write and reflect on whatever that means to you, whatever you get out of that. It's funny, Jeff, the guy who we meditate with, he was just talking about how to find still amongst a storm. So you could kind of relate it to that. And here we go. I'm going to set a timer. 5 minutes. Journal write number 6. Go ahead and write for this whole time. Do a free write. All right, there is our timer. So that's been 5 minutes. All right, so this quote is part of a poem. And so the longer poem I want to show you. That's not the one. Trying to find the whole poem. Let's see. It's really weird. Let's see here. Normally it just comes up. Okay, here we go. So it's called Good Timber by Douglas Mallock. The tree that never had to fight for sun and sky and air and light, but stood open out in the open plain and always got its share of rain, never became a forest king, but lived and died a scrubby thing. The man who never had to toil to gain and farm his patch of soil, who never had to win his share of sky and of sun and sky and light and air, never became a manly man, but lived and died as he began. Then here's our stanza with our quote. Good timber does not grow with ease. The stronger wind, the stronger trees. The further sky, the greater length. The more the storm, the more the strength. By sun and cold, by rain and snow, in trees and men, good timber grow. When thickest lies the forest growth, we find the patriarchs of both, and they hold counsel with the stars, whose broken branches show the scars of many winds and much strife. This is the common law of life. So I thought I would share that with you because there's some good things in there. There's some things in there that help us to remember that when we have storms in our life, when things are really, really hard, when you have things that aren't ease or easy happen to you, to be able to think about them and say that the stronger the winds, the stronger the trees, right? The more adversity, the more issues, the more things like that that you could have in your life, the stronger you will be, is what this poem is talking about. So yeah, it's saying good timber, so good lumber, good trees don't grow with ease. The stronger the wind, the stronger the trees. So remember that, because I know it's really hard when things are going on in your life that just suck, because there's a lot of things that happen that suck, to be able to look in the mirror and go, oh, thank you for this. I know that this is going to make me stronger. Oh, I know that this someday, well, whatever lesson I'm learning from this, well, I can use to help somebody else. It's really, really hard to do that, to just have that faith. But I feel like it's true. And if you reflect back on things in your life that you've had that have been hard, you might have seen how it's kind of made you a better person or a stronger person, or just more resilient or more appreciative of other things. So that is our Monday quote. So I hope you got to write something about that for a while and reflect on that. Okay, let's do our Big Rock calendar number 6. Let's set up our week like we always do. Oh, I need to go grab one from Big Rock 5. I need to go put a calendar on here. I didn't do that. All right. Hoping nobody wrote on this one. Awesome. Yay. Nobody wrote on this one. Okay. So I'm going to go copy and paste that real quick into our Big Rock Calendar 6 so everybody can open it up. So give me one sec. All right, you guys know what to do with these by now. So I'm just going to hit save. I'll open it up for those of you who are here, who haven't been here in a while. So this is your Big Rock number 6. So on ThinkWave, just take it. Everybody should be doing this right now. Control C. Put it up in your browser, Control V. Open up that calendar, and then you're going to make a copy of it once it loads. And call it Big Rock Calendar number 6. So file, make a copy. And I'm going to call this Wendy number 6. Number 6. All right, let's set up our weeks. All right, so this week started on 5/24. That was yesterday. And it's going to go through. Oh, next Sunday, which is what, the 30th. 5:30, he'll take us to the end of the month. All right, so this is my Big Rock calendar, Wendy number 6. And then everybody go set it up with your roles and goals for the week. Okay, some special things we have going on. Let's see. Today's Tuesday. Let's see. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow we have a speaker. So I'm going to put in Christine. Christine from Trio will be talking to us about her program, and she's going to do an overview. She's going to talk about college. She's going to talk about some hot demand jobs that don't require a 4-year degree as well. So good degrees. Oops. I'm just going to put college and career talk. And then Thursday, I know Tim's doing an open lab. So people that are behind, you should give your name to Tim. So give yourself some time to come into the college. I believe he does that from 12 until 4, or maybe 12 to 3. And then stuff that's due, anybody who has not done their mock interview. So we just ended, so basically I haven't seen you guys since we just ended our unit. We ended our job attainment unit. So that was really awesome. We had a lot of you that showed up at the college last week and did their mock interviews. You guys did fabulous. And again, you know, it was all about being a learning experience. Tino, our tutor, is doing makeup mock interviews. This is a required part of passing this class. We've worked on that unit for like the first 5 weeks. So if you were not able to come and do your mock interview, you need to, I'm going to put that under, I'm going to put it under today. You need to schedule, now this is up to you, schedule a mock interview with Tino. It's going to be a Zoom. And you're going to want to contact him at tino.com/mock Tino.martinez, or you can contact him through Zoom too, or I mean through Remind. Tino.martinez206@gmail.com. So you need to contact him. The two of you will set up a time to do that mock interview. Whatever time you set up, he'll send you whatever day and time, he'll set you a Zoom link for that. And then you'll just share whatever items through your email to his email that you have ready for that. So if you have a resume or a cover letter, the thank you letter, your interview questions, whatever you have prepared, hopefully you'll have all those things. Tino will do that with you. So I know I've already had people reach out to Tino. Nancy, do you want to tell us, how did that go? Because I know you already did yours with Tino. Was it?
It was good. It went actually better than I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super nice, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's been there before. He's done a ton of mock interviews with us, you know, as the interviewer. He's encouraging, don't you think?
Yeah, it went really good, yeah.
Okay, great. So yeah, I know that other people, Nakara, you reached out, I believe, to Tino about getting that scheduled. And then Jemiah, did you reach out to him? And Ezra was going to reach out to him. All right, so anybody who did not do their mock interview, if you want to pass this class, reach out to Tino, it's required. All right. So we got that. So you'll want to do that. And then any pieces from that unit that I don't have from people, make sure you share that with me, right? So in ThinkWave, the different assignments from that unit, you know, I'll just put them all in here. So the job application, make sure you do that. Your resume, if you haven't done it, your references, if you haven't done it, cover letter, thank you letter. Things don't go away. And then the answers to your, oh wow, my computer's tripping out. Answer the 12 interview questions. Type up your answers to those. So that was that unit. So basically get that done. You'll want to share those things with Tino, set up an appointment to do that with him, and then get back on track. So that would be awesome. And we only have 4 weeks left, you guys, really 3, because that last week is kind of a catch-up week. So really like 3 more weeks of class. And I only have you today because I have Christine talking tomorrow. So I'm not really going to give you an assignment right now. What are y'all working on with Tim? What's Tim's assignment for this week? What does he have you guys doing? Somebody tell me. I was calling somebody. We'll see if people are still with me. How about modesty? What are you guys doing for Tim this week? No modesty. Okay, how about Rin? What are you guys doing for Tim? What's the assignment? Everybody's back in bed. Gabe, what's the assignment for Tim this week? Nobody knows. All right. Well, whatever your assignment is for Tim this week, I know he usually gives you like 1. You're going to want to work on that and catching up in my class right now.
Yeah, we were talking about college in Tim's class.
Thank you, Madeline. So you guys started talking about college. What's he talking about? Like what kind of?
He's talking about like the 1-to-7 ratio.
What's that?
And like how like, so basically how like college is not like meant for everyone. And if you do go to college, you should have like a really good plan, or else you're going to be spending a lot of time and money.
Yeah. Okay. So he's talking about that. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Has he started talking about the different types, like how you could go to college maybe for 1 year or 2 years or 4 years, like the
Yeah, like
different options?
bachelor's and master's degrees and associates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So perfect. He's already talking about that stuff. Your assignment that you will have with me for people that want to forecast ahead, my assignment that revolves around college, and we're going to do a whole bunch of talking about college before you get into that. So don't worry about it yet. It's called the College PowerPoint, and it's already on ThinkWave, so I'll just show you so you kind of know what's coming up. I'll have you guys, oh, I hope these links are active. I might have to go through and reset all these. Basically what you guys are going to be doing, yeah, I'm going to have to reset these. When we're normally in school, we have you pick 3 colleges that you, would want to learn more about. It could be a 2-year college. It could be a college that offers a 1-year program. It could be a 4-year college. It could be whatever, but I have you choose. So this is based on what you want to do someday. So let's say like you're interested in real estate. You want to go into real estate. So I would want you to pick a school that offers training, an education program to prepare you to be a real estate agent or to prepare you to take the test. So we will research, like, where do we go to school for that? Where are the options? Is there 2 years or 4-year? What if I want to land up getting a master's in real estate development or finance or whatever? How do I get higher levels of education? So our assignment is going to be to choose one. So instead of picking 3 colleges like we normally do, we're just going to pick 1 college. And then I'm going to have you guys put together a PowerPoint where you're going to do 12 slides about that 1 college. So, and then that will be connected to Tim's final PowerPoint. So I'll show you an example of one next week. I'll re-upload these links. So basically some of the different slides are like, let's say you want to go to North Seattle College, because North Seattle College has a really good real estate program. And they offer a 1-year program and a 2-year program. And so your first slide is like a picture of North Seattle with the name of the college. And then you go into like admissions. Well, what do you have to do? How do you apply to that school? Are there certain requirements to get in, or do they just accept everybody? Do you have to write a college essay? Do you have to do an application that you have to pay for? Or do you just fill out an online application and you're in? Then you're going to do a slide about, well, what is the cost? How much does it cost to go there? Is it, if it's a 1-year program, how much is it tuition for the year? How much is books and supplies? Is there room and board? Is this an out-of-state school, so you'd have to pay for somewhere to live and pay for your food? Or is this somewhere near where you live where you would not have that cost? Then you're going to do a slide on, well, what degree would you take, or what program would you take at that school? So you're going to do, say, real estate. You do the real estate program, real estate agent. Then you're going to list, well, how many quarters is it, and what are all the classes that are involved in that? So it's kind of fun to look and see, like, if you're really interested in something in school, to be like, oh, contracts and titles, dealing with the banks, sales techniques, locating foreclosed properties, whatever. Like, what are all these different classes that you will take as part of your degree? You're going to list those. And then there's other slides like, why did you choose this college? Out of all the colleges, there's like 3,200 colleges in this country. So why did you pick that school? And then things like, how much financial aid does that school award? What is their scholastic strength? Like, is there a certain GPA to get in there? Things like that. So that's what we have that we're going to be looking forward to, is our college PowerPoint. So right now, just kind of like take good notes through this college unit. Tomorrow when Christine from Trio comes and talks to us, I want you to take good notes on what she's going to share. You're just getting a lot of information right now about careers and college. And so take good notes, see what comes up for you. You might be somebody where you already know, you're like, I've always been interested in graphic design, and I know that Bellevue College has a really good graphic design program. So I know that's where I'm going to go to school. So you would do your college PowerPoint on Bellevue College and their graphic design program. Or you might be somebody who's like, oh, I really want to be an ultrasound tech, and I don't even know where the different programs are in the state. So with you'll start with doing a search of where are all these different schools to choose from, and then you'll pick one. Does anybody have any questions so far just about college, where we're going with this next unit, college and careers, anything? All right, so we're going to be doing a couple different things. I want to make sure that we do talk about apprenticeships. Has Tim talked about apprenticeships at all in his program, in his class? Probably not yet. I think we're both starting with construction.
Not yet. He did talk about trade jobs.
Okay, he did. All right, cool. So I'm going to post, I'll take a bunch of these. I have a bunch of resources when we used to be on Canvas. Like this is the construction. This is a really great book for anybody interested in the trades. It's called the Construction Apprenticeship Guidebook. I'll just post it on, I will post it on ThinkWave. It's like 56 pages, but what's cool about it is, I'm just going to flip you through a couple different pages. What's nice is people all the time are like, well, I'm interested in an apprenticeship, but I don't know how to get into them. I don't know who to call, where to go, what to do. So let's say that you're somebody who you're like, I'm interested in being an electrician, or I'm interested in being a drywaller, or I'm interested in being a glazer. Those glazers, those are people that deal with glass, windows, all that kind of thing. You can go exactly to their page number. So let's say we want to go to, we're interested in being a glazer. You could go to page 34, and each one of these occupations has this real nice little quick cheat sheet. Like this says glazers, tells you what they're about. They do architectural metal and glass workers. They're responsible for cutting, installing, and replacing all types of glass and architectural metals. Glaziers work in commercial, industrial, and residential buildings, from skyscrapers, storefronts, automatic doors, to residential windows and bath enclosures. Glaziers are in good shape, have a good sense of balance, and solve math problems quickly. Okay, so each one of these tells you the minimum qualifications. So for most apprenticeships, you have to be 18, have a high school diploma or a GED, a driver's license, proof of auto insurance or that you're insurable, and then a clean drug test. And then they have you for this one, you need to score 80% or higher on the FTINW math test assessment. Usually there's some kind of pre-test that you do. And then, oops. I wanted to stick with glaziers. Where was I? Oh, now I'm into electricians. Well, you see these all work, each one of these is the same. I'll go on the electrician one for a minute. Okay, so same things to get in. And then the application process, it tells you exactly how to apply, who to contact, what their website is, who to ask questions to. And then what it's cool too, this is the exciting part. This was the 2019 hours. It tells you to start as an apprentice, how much you would make. So you could either go into the residential wireman program, limited energy technician, or inside wireman. So they're giving you the rate. So you'd start at $14.88 an hour through $18.36. So that's what you start at. And then they add in your benefits. So it shows you your total, what your total wage would be per hour. And then once you complete your apprentice program and become a journey worker, it goes up to $24 an hour through $45 an hour. Or 34 once you add in your benefits, 34 an hour to 69. So you'll see the trades pay really well. A big thing to think about, like for you guys, since you're young and you're starting out your education, I'm going to go back to this beginning, is the pre-apprenticeship programs. And I'll post this so you guys can go through here on your own. But a good way to get into these, especially if you're like, you know, I'm somebody who likes working with my hands. I like being outside. I don't want to be inside. I don't want to be at a desk, and I don't really want to sell stuff to people, right? Then you kind of are qualifying yourself like, yeah, an apprenticeship might be good. I have some of those interests. There's programs like pre-apprenticeship programs, like a new, the carpenters pre-apprenticeship programs, cement mason pre-apprenticeship programs, iron workers, there's PAC, there's all these. These are Youth Build, Seattle Youth Build, Tacoma. These are pre-apprenticeship programs, which what they do, like if I click on a new, it talks about that, I'm just going to read this. They teach you multiple trade skills taught in a construction shop. So this is where you can learn some of the basic things that you would need for any of the trades. They also do the employment skills like resume interviews, etc., life skills, budget, teamwork, and construction math. So it's really helpful. You're going to be doing a bunch of math if you do a pre-apprenticeship program, because what we just saw, like on the glazers, if we applied for one of those apprenticeship programs, they do the math pre-tests on a lot of those, because they want to make sure you have a grasp on basic math, that you would be able to learn the higher level math that you would need for basically working in construction. ANU offers co-ed and female only groups. So then they do mixed groups. It's a 10-week training program. So this isn't forever. So it's 10 weeks, 3 days a week with field trips to apprenticeship programs and construction sites. So their job during this 10 weeks in the pre-apprenticeship thing is they're going to rotate you through different, so electricians, carpenters, glaziers, drywallers, tilers, masons. So you get to learn something about all the different trades, and then you kind of have a clear plan of where you would want to apply, what trades apprenticeship programs you would want to apply. So it says you may qualify for college credit if eligible tuition assistance. All right. So on here it tells you, and they're a really great program. They've been around for a long time, ANU. Here's their application. Yeah, so this might be, so this is like going to college, but it's a different way. So apprenticeship programs, let's say you did a pre-apprenticeship program, then you applied to get into the plumbing union and you're going to become a plumber. You're going through the apprenticeship program, right? Which means you're in a classroom, but it's a hands-on classroom. You're out in the field with your journeyman and probably a couple other apprentices, and you're being taught how to do plumbing on the job through your teacher, your apprentice, your journeyman, right? And then there's also, when you're not working hands-on in the field to learn that, there's also classroom days where they have, like, now we need to learn theory. Now we need to learn some math behind this. Now we're gonna learn some of the theory behind what we do in plumbing. And then now, here's a new week, we're gonna go apply those things. We're gonna go work on projects where we learn this. So that's how apprenticeships work. So it's a really cool way to learn if you're like, I just don't like being in a classroom all the time, right? So think about that as an alternative to, you know, I'm like, everybody needs to do something beyond high school. I firmly believe that. You can't just stop with a high school diploma if you want to live in Seattle and have a high wage job. But there's tons of other things out there besides just a 4-year college. So an apprenticeship is a really great option. And what I was trying to show you, here we go. They have this like ready for a career in construction. This is a good sheet to look at. Apprenticeships in action. They tell different people's stories, how they got into their apprenticeships. And then this is the slide I was looking for. So here's apprenticeship versus college. So with an apprenticeship, you get paid. Did I mention that part? So the whole time you're being trained, you are getting paid. You're not paying them. Okay, so you would be paid between 18 and 24 hours to start. This is to learn your trade. If you go to a typical college, let's say you go to Bellevue College, or you go to University of Washington, or you go to Evergreen State College, or wherever, let's just say the college you pick is $22,000 a year. So that would be like any of our state schools here. That's your room and board. So WSU is about 12 grand a year, then you're 10 grand for your room and board. 10 grand is really common for your room and board. That pays for where you live and all your food. And then you add in the cost of tuition. So let's say this is at Western, or this is UW, but if you live at home and go to UW, you could subtract 10 grand from that. But Western, Eastern, Central's a little less. So let's say instead you're going to become this plumber. So your first year, you're going to make between $37,000 to $49,000. If you go to college your first year and you didn't have financial aid, or you didn't have somebody who saved up money for you, you would be $22,000 that you could take out in a loan. Okay, year 2 of an apprenticeship. Now your wages increased. You made between $41,000 and $54,000. Let's say you're in a 4-year degree program and it's your sophomore year in college now. There's another $22,000 maybe you'd have to take out in loans, which would be debt. Year 3, you're making a little bit more with your apprenticeship. Year 3, another $22,000 in debt. Year 4, you make between $50,000 and $62,000 in your plumbing apprenticeship. And year 4, we have another $22,000 in debt. So over 4 years, if you go into the plumbing apprenticeship, you would have made you'd make $174,000 in earnings. With your benefits and pension, that's $224,000 a year. For those years, you'd made $224,000 in 4 years. And if you went to college for 4 years, you could come out 90 grand in debt. Also in those 4 years, you got 4 years in the industry and you're now a journey level crafts person, and you could go work anywhere in the world with your certificate. You get a 4-year degree, you came out, you have 0 years of industry. I'm not trying to play down the 4-year degree for people who really want to do something that requires a 4-year degree, but I want to show you this difference. So if you have like, people are like, no, you have to go to college and get a 4-year degree. Remember this example if you're somebody who wants to go into the trades. I'm having this talk right now with my son because he's graduating from high school this year, and he really has, he has 3 ideas of what he wants to do. They all require a 4-year degree. He's interested in teaching. That would be a 4-year degree plus a 2-year master. He's interested in doing a snow science or avalanche control degree through like environmental sciences. So that would be a 4-year degree. He's also interested in resort management. That's a 4-year degree. He might be able to find it a 2-year degree in that, but he really kind of hates school, right? So I'm like, oh my God, you hate school. Like, here we go. Here's going to be another 4 years of school, right? That's like school, college. So I'm kind of talking to him about things like, you know what, since you've been little, you've loved watching like construction sites with heavy equipment, you know, watching like bulldozers and watching cranes and watching, you know, any of those, that big heavy equipment he has been fascinated with. He also had an early interest in being a pilot and is really interested in aviation and aircraft. So I'm trying to kind of, since I do a lot of career development with people, talk to him about, you know, you should look at the heavy equipment training program over on the east side of the state and getting into an apprenticeship program, or you should look at Central Washington University has the 4-year aviation commercial pilot degree. And there's a huge increase in demands of pilots. Actually, I'm going to teach you guys about things that have to do with pilots next week because it's a really growing field. So anyway, these are just things that I want you guys to be thinking about in this unit. Just kind of expand your minds. I'll post this on ThinkWave. I really wanted to give a shout out to the apprenticeship programs. And when we're in normal school, we take you guys to our Georgetown location. We go do a field trip over to our sister school is the Georgetown Apprenticeship Program, trade school. And there they have the Glazer program, the Masons, they have a pre-apprenticeship program there. Painters are there. What's the other apprenticeship program there? Seattle City Light. You also see Seattle City Light trains their apprentice. If you ever go to the back of the college, like right behind our building, there's just a big, huge, long driveway that goes along that Duwamish field. You'll see they have all kinds of high poles, like telephone poles, power poles set up. That's where they teach the Seattle City Light a lot of the hands-on. How do you climb those power poles? How do you connect electricity? What are the safety precautions? All that kind of stuff. So there's lots of cool stuff out there. All right, I talked forever. Tomorrow, Christine will talk forever. I know, because she's got to get through her whole PowerPoint. But we got 2 minutes. Oh, you know what? I'm going to show you guys where I am because I am in the desert. I'm going to be here. You're going to see me zooming from here for 3 weeks. And I got you for 2 minutes. So I'm going to try to find my sunglasses because it's super bright out. We don't have time for that. We're just going outside. I'm going to show you where I am. I'm somewhere with palm trees. What's the weather like in Seattle today? Because you're going to be really jealous of me if it's raining. Is it raining in Seattle? Somebody tell me.
It's cloudy.
It's cloudy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's kind of cloudy here too, actually, but it's 100 degrees.
Nice.
So here's where I am. I'm in a very palm mountains. These are grapefruit trees, palm trees. Can you see me, or is it too bright?
I can see you.
What state are you in?
I'm in California. I'm in, you've probably heard of Palm Springs, right? It's like in the desert.
Yeah.
Middle of the desert. That's where I am. I'm in a town called Palm Desert. It's La Quinta. It's where they have, I know, you've probably heard of Coachella, right? Coachella, the big music thing they do.
Yeah.
I'm right in the Coachella Valley. 100 degrees, you guys. But I'm here with my cousin. She lives out here. And we go, my birthday's on Saturday. So this is my little birthday hangout time. And it's just the two of us and her daughter. So I'm living the life of.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it is. We're going to play tennis later, but I'm working. I have like a whole bunch of design clients right now. And so I'm just working remotely, and I really want to just play tennis and get in the pool, but I need to work for like 4 hours after this. But it is still fun. And like I said, it's my only time ever being a remote teacher. That's my last quarter of this, my whole life. From now on, I'm going to be stuck in a building. So you got to take advantage of opportunities while you have them, right? Make the best of things. Any questions before we sign out? I just wanted to show you guys where I am, so you know. So you're not like, why are we not in her house? All right, everybody, have a good day. I'll post this apprenticeship guidebook on ThinkWave for people that are interested and want to look at it further. And when we do our college PowerPoints, if you want to pick an apprenticeship instead of a regular, like what we think of a regular college, go ahead and you can do it on being an apprentice. Any questions before we sign off?
Are we going to talk more about the PowerPoint later?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not going to, yep, that's going to be our final thing. It's not going to be due until like the last week of the quarter. I want you guys to just kind of soak up all this these different college talks that we do right now throughout the next 2 weeks, and I'll assign it probably next Monday.
Have a good day.
You too.
Have a great day, Wendy.
You too, Chris.
Thank you.
Enjoy your birthday.
Okay, thanks
Bye.
everybody. Bye. Enjoy your day. Get some work done. Call Tino or get on Tino's list to do the interview if you haven't done that yet.